During the realization of International Comenius Fit for Europe project, the Catalan, German and Polish youth had a chance to learn some of the elements that would help them become more fit for Europe. In the context of healthy food, variety of free-time activities and homogeneity of sports popular with young people, project participants traveled around Europe and got familiar with the cultures of three regions: Catalonia, North and West Germany, and Podhale region in the south of Poland. Due to the common and diverse cultural elements of particular regions found in the cuisine, sport and leisure activities, the young people tried to understand what had shaped the Europe as we know it today. During our visit to Catalonia, we saw important religious cult center in the city of Lleida, today's evidence of the past splendor of the region. The guests were delighted with the monumental medieval buildings. In Cervera, we learned the history of the first university in Catalonia, as well as the history of a typical medieval town on the pilgrim's path to Santiago de Compostela. On the walls of the temples and secular buildings, we read the common Christian elements of the European culture. In Mont Blanc, we discovered that the towns of the Middle Ages developed in very much the same way all over Europe. However, they never lost their regional uniqueness. We experienced a time and culture leap while visiting the Museum of Surrealism in Figueres. We discovered that the unique Catalan art is also saturated with universal symbols and contents which underline the basis of the common European culture. With the commonly recognized symbols, we read equally universal messages of common values such as faith, love, patriotism, or common threats like war. Picturesque Caracas, or lively artistic atmosphere of Park Güell, as well as hectic La Rambla, helped us realize that everywhere there are just the same people. On one hand, bound with common territorial identity, on the other, they share the same universal desires, emotions or joys. A giant parade in La Rambla, the presence in Cervera's administration building, and in the school's hall underline the common identity of Catalan people. But the organic monumentalism of Sagrada Familia reminds us of universal, never-ending search of the absolute in the history, nature, art and other men. Our visit to Hamburg's port brought back the memories of the port in Barcelona. In both cases, we realized that the energetic seaport had started a magnificent city full of wonderful buildings, huge churches, administration, commerce and industrial centers. Just like Barcelona, also Hamburg characterizes its region, where history and culture manifest themselves everywhere you go. Similarly, it happens locally on much smaller territory where the symbols of the past, like the castle in Bielefeld or the university in Cervera, still define and identify the character of local communities. The visit to Poland was a real surprise to us. There we had a chance to see the harmony of history, tradition and nature in the mountain people living there. Very unique in their folklore and regional traditions, they turned out to share the same common European Christian identity seen in every aspect of their lives. Just like Barcelona, Hamburg, also Krakow proved that a strong commercial center gives the beginning for a strong religious, cultural, academic and industrial center. The local particularities, which look exotic in small villages, merge into the universal European experience in the bigger cities, the same way in Spain, Germany and in Poland. They merge into the same lifestyles, architecture elements, clothing, food, and often cosmopolitic European beliefs. Unfortunately, common elements of history and culture are also pictures of the horrors of the past that have harmed each of the European countries. Those pictures are often still alive in memory. Our visit to Auschwitz has reminded us that what unites is not always pleasant and beautiful, but often marked with unimaginable suffering. However, when leaving Auschwitz, we were all convinced that due to the common experience, the terrible suffering of the past generations helped a lot shape the Europe of today.